I had um, I played Slark. It was a pretty interesting game against Devourer. I always get this funny item built when I'm up against Devourer. I get the Scythe of Vice. I don't care what hero I am, I want to get that because it makes it so his ultimate doesn't hurt you as much. So yeah. And then from there, I was able to save enough money to just buy butterflies flat out. I think what I did was I bought maybe Mystic Staff and Voidstone, and then bought the treads up before getting the ultimate orb. I'm not sure though. Something like that. Anyway, and then there's this other game I played, Anti-Mage. I got the health ring and then turned it into Lincoln Sphere rather than Battle Fury. It worked out pretty good. And as you can see, I'm by far the highest level in the game. It's not bad. And people don't understand how to play a lot of heroes called carry heroes, and they always screw up. And they have this idea in their head what other people do makes more sense than something that they can figure out for themselves. Some really bad players, especially professional players, they're really not good at the game. They popularize different strategies, which are not very good. But we'll see a strategy here that is much better. So normally what people do, they go to the safe lane with Anti-Mage, try to get as many last hits as possible, and try to farm up Battle Fury, and then they like to go to the jungle and just chop up the creep camp super fast, and blink from creep camp to creep camp. And it's true, you can farm up really fast that way, you get really big items. But spending too much time in the jungle, not getting enough survival early on, it's really not very good a lot of the time. So, oh, I was playing a single draft game this because I stopped playing all pick. I was like, forget about all pick because there are too many really bad players in it. So I just check every game type except for all pick. So lately I've been playing a lot of single drafts and random drafts. I was playing quite a few all randoms as well. Not exactly the most fun mode because sometimes you just get some really bad players. Anyways, I think I played with this guy. He was like Earthshaker in the previous game. And then this game he ends up picking Doom. But in the previous game, it didn't finish. Like, it was like 5 minutes in, and there's like an early abandonment. It was even the game before the last game. There was like 2 early abandonment games in a row. Anyway, one of them I was Drow Ranger. Yeah, I think that was with the Earthshaker. I quit. So yeah, I'm not gonna stick around. So anyhow, but the other game we stomped them pretty hard. I don't really remember even what hero I was. It was whatever the other game was before this one that wasn't the Drow Ranger game. So yeah, this is single draft. So what I did is I just suggested like the 2 heroes that weren't in the middle, and then brought my selector back to the middle. That way they see what are your 3 heroes, and they can actually chat with you, making a suggestion for you. Is how that works. So you don't have to tell people what your 3 heroes are. You just suggest your 2 heroes and then have the other one selected, and it has right here grayed out your selection, but you haven't actually selected play hero yet. You just have your selector on there. Um, So they can see all three of your heroes that way, because once they hover over the suggestion, it says who they're suggested by. So that way they can match up with your name with the icon and see what it is. I don't remember what my other two were, but she picked Medusa early. And they're like, why don't you burn her mana? Or something like that. Pick the Anti-Mage is what they were basically saying. So I was like, yeah, okay, sure. So I picked my Anti-Mage. I'm gonna go for Poor Man's Shield. I don't know how much harassment I'm gonna be taking. I'm gonna get some tangles for sure. Since I don't have much regen, because I don't have like arena regen or an extra pair of tangos or healing potion, I figure I'm probably going to need more tangos soon enough. Because I like to be aggressive about my last hits and denies. So, and it's nice though, since I ended up going middle, so the courier doesn't have quite as far to go to middle, comparatively courier in this lane. So I kind of like going middle as a melee hero, because you can get your items from the courier a little bit quicker, assuming nobody else needed items, that is, than if you're in this lane.
The battle begins.
So we look for the rune, it's double damage. She has it bottled actually, so she started bottle first. Try to attack her, but she blinks away. I didn't select blink right away, I selected mana break. I could have if I wanted to, but no. I think mana break is really solid in the beginning as anti-mage, particularly if you're in a 1v1 lane, because then you can put out some damage right away if they make a mistake, which I don't think she really did. Now she pops her double damage, and that really hurts me a lot. So I back off. What's going on over here? They have these guys dual lane. These guys dual lane. This is 2 range versus 2 range. Over here we got a melee in range. There's a melee in range. So everything's pretty even except for at the middle. There's 1 range against 1 melee. So I'm the 1 melee. So she really hasn't lost much of any health. She's used 1 bottle charge, so she probably got poked a little bit by the tower or some creeps by my hero. Right now, I'm at 3 last hits and 1 deny. And she's at only 1 last hit. So strangely enough, I'm already outlaning her. And this kind of happens a lot, I guess, with bottle first heroes. You don't have enough plus damage. But my plus damage is actually +8 now. I've got the Poor Man's Shield and the 2 branches. Every little bit of damage makes it that much easier to make last hits and denies. And not only do I get better last hits and denies, since I got that damage block 100% to block 20 damage from her regular attacks, that means her attacks will only be doing 38 damage to me. Well, that's before armor reduction, I guess. Maybe I'm not sure exactly. But, it'll be reduced further at any rate. With armor. But not a whole lot. Anyhow, I think I checked the rune and saw that it wasn't up there, so I decided to move down to here. She decided to just go ahead and let me have it. Which is a little odd, but maybe she just figured she was really short on last hits and denies and needed to make up for it. But how is she going to do that with an empty bottle? Maybe she just hadn't checked the rune and was hoping it would be top, and while I went bottom, maybe she hadn't figured that I'd checked. So anyways, now she's, yeah, this isn't such a good matchup. It seems like I'm really stomping. And maybe this is one of those people that was banned. I was banned. And this is one of those games where I was playing where I was banned. And I feel like maybe not just my allies were decent, but my opponents were bad. At least because some of my opponents were banned as well as I was. Now what I would do she's missing, I would ping on the map at various locations where I think she could be. She could be anywhere, basically. So I just ping everywhere. Just to indicate to them, hey, the person's missing from the middle here. I don't know where she is. She's trying off. But anyways, then she returns to the lane.
Bottom is missing.
So really probably not the most exciting opponent that I could be laning against. Seems like I was given too easy of a time. But now Pudge also has a bottle, and he bottled invisibility rune. And I bring in some boots to myself so I can get to that rune much faster from now on, and I can also chase people down a bit better. Now let's look at the score. 6-2. Her last hit's nice to my 12-3.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's weird, I have Anti-Mage selected and it's showing that the Dire Courier is going to Queen of Pain.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I think that might be some kind of bug. It's just showing me what's going on with the Dire Courier. Well, anyways, I was a little embarrassed I didn't kill the courier at one point. Like, I thought it popped up, but I blinked like the wrong direction. But then I realized it afterwards, well, you know, would have been a little bit dangerous anyway. Now this is the Navi courier. It's fur and feather, beak and fang, weasel crow, it's just the thing. It's Windrunner's courier. So I blink on her, start attacking her, and then she blinks away and uses her bottle. So I'm not actually Shadow Striked right now. And notice I don't have any points in Spell Shield. That could be a minor mistake, but for the most part what I'm planning to do is just dodging her ultimate. Because really it does hurt a lot, and having 20% mana resistance is nice, but even that might not save you. So it's better just to make sure you dodge it. Well, it's definitely not a bad idea to put 1 point in it just in case. I like higher level Blink because it's got a shorter cooldown. I feel like that's necessary to be offensive. It kind of depends on your opponents.
Bottom is missing.
What are they doing? What are they up to? What kind of heroes are they? Since she has Blink, I want to max out my Blink so I can chase better. This is basically the general reasoning that's going through my head. So I'm able to easily warn them that she's coming, and they see her clearly through the ward. Apparently Venomancer wasn't paying much attention, because at some point he ends up turning to the lane, I guess, and dying to her. She's leaving and just waiting for a good opportunity to strike. Kind of like what a Pudge might do sometimes, I guess. Anyway, she does have Haste Rune, which I wasn't really able to notify them of. I don't know if I knew
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
she picked it up or not. I don't think I did. I don't think I was paying that much attention. Maybe I did. But since I was muted, I was banned, I couldn't tell them that she had a haste rune. So he probably tries to run away, and then he can't. Ends up dying. Yeah, see, here she comes, and there's just no way he's getting away from that scream of pain.
Was it really that bad?
So he probably never noticed that she had it. So he shouldn't have run away. He probably could have killed both of them even, if he'd actually stayed and fought. Maybe it would have been really risky, considering Razor was also low. Razor had to heal himself, so they probably could have done it. Probably one of them would have survived. Even if both of them went down, at least they would have taken two, so that was definitely a mistake.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structure.
But I can see where not being muted would have been somewhat helpful, at least. So they wanted me to grab this illusion rune to help push the tower, which is great, because illusion
Dire's
rune
bottom
with
tower
max
is under
mana break
attack.
is great, because those illusions get that mana break.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Of course,
Radiant's
you can't
middle
really use it on the
is under
tower, because the
attack.
towers have no mana.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
So I just blink away and make sure I don't get attacked, and I go and attack her. This is actually really dangerous of me, because there's Pudge here, and I didn't put a point in Spell Shield yet, which means I do take quite a lot of damage to the Rot. So, like another second and I would have gotten away with the cooldown on Blink. So that cooldown didn't help me enough, really. So I probably should have had one more point in Spell Shield before having a third point in Blink. But, whatever. We still got the tower, and still got to kill Queen of Pain before dying, so it's still worth it. Just a minor slip up. We got Windrunner basically laning alone, and it's been so far in the game she only has 7 last hits. It's not very good. How's her Queen of Pain doing? She's got like 16, so solo mid usually get the most last hits. Not necessarily always, but usually. Lots of times the safe lane guy will do it, actually. There's so many ways you can make sure that the guy in the safe lane gets it. Like, don't compete with the last hits, for example. That's what a lot of people suggest. But that doesn't always work. You can't always convince people that you have the last hits. And you can't always be good at making the last hits either. Not when there are 2 opponents that are gonna harass you. You're only having one to harass you, it's a lot easier to deal with making those last hits. Now, I don't think I was doing a very great job of farming up necessarily, but I was kind of helping keeping the opponents down for the most part. We took that tower, that was helpful. Unfortunately, if I'd managed to spend my gold maybe before dying, perhaps that would have been a lot more worthwhile, but I think at that time I was thinking I want to buy phase boots, but maybe I should get a void stone first. So I died, and I'm like, well, there goes my money for phase boots. I guess I might as well buy it up now. Like, too little, too late, right? Yeah. I would have already had it, and I'd be that much closer to my next item. So good gold management is really key. I didn't really have great gold management this game, but if I had, I'd be stomping the enemies by now, probably. So I want Razor to initiate because I'm pretty low health, but it doesn't look like he's gonna do it. So I just do something really weird here and just kind of chase her away, and then we 2v1 this guy. That's what a lot of people forget about doing. You can force the enemies into 2v1 situations. We had them separated basically. Razor walked up here to help me out, and then she was really intimidated by the 2 of us, and then we were able to kill this guy. So I had the phase boots. I was kind of confident that I could move quickly away from the fight if things looked really dangerous. But she might have very well been able to kill me with a power shot, but apparently she didn't have enough mana. And that's what a lot of people make a mistake when they play Windrunner. They get that Ring of Basilius, and for an intelligence hero, while it does give some mana regen, and that's helpful, you're pretty much better off in the long run by getting other stuff. And until you can afford that other stuff, you might as well get Clarities. Clarities are great. Clarity potions, awesome. So I take the opportunity, since there's a lot of people gathering at middle, to just farm up. This is what I tend to do when I play Ricky solo mid as well. is I'll say, okay, well, I'm not really gonna be all that great in team fights until I get some better items. So let's go and reform these creep lanes here. So I don't know how good of a job I do at it, but whatever. And then so there's Queen of Pain and Pudge, basically their whole team middle, and they're all sharing one creep wave. Whereas this guy is just chilling in the jungle, and just popping his head into middle maybe every once in a while. So basically 3 heroes sharing one creep wave. So me and Doom are basically free farming. And yeah, these guys decided, okay, well we are not going to let Anti-Mage free farm anymore, so they're going to come along here. So he stuns me, and then she comes along, and then I blink before she can catch up to me. So she's like, well, should I blink? Maybe I'm not going to blink. I'm just going to go down here and lead this creep wave away from the tower to protect it. Because don't want that siege unit banging on the tower, probably. Except Morphling's already there, so... It's almost like they're trying to push against our tower. So, a little bit odd of a strategy, but whatever. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to go aggressive on Morphlings, chase him away so I can free farm. So I act like I'm going to try to kill him, and then he runs away and he's like, ah, I don't want to fight this guy. So he's walking back to the middle, I guess, where everyone else is at. So they're only down 2 kills, but they're like really annoyed with the fact that they're down a tower. I feel like they should have gone to top though. Yeah, they lost another tower now because they never went to top. So not defending, they're gonna take fight to the opponents. At this point I do have a talent full scroll. So it looks like I'm teleporting in the middle to help out. Try to attack Queen of Pain, but she gets away. The Witch Doctor gets that guy, so that's cool, and I'm probably gonna get Windrunner. But I should have gotten Queen as well. Windrunner uses her Windrunner, which slows me down. I don't even know how Witch Doctor got that kill there. But maybe she died to Maledict. At any rate, she's down. So they lost 3 and we only lost 1. So although we lost Doom, you know, that could have been worse. So, not bad overall. And through that fight, them losing 3 and me surviving, of course, I was able to afford an ultimate orb.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, really don't underestimate involving yourself in fights. You can help make kills happen. You get lots of assist gold for it. You chase the opponents away and they have to spend time at the fountain. So now there's another fight breaking out. And there isn't a whole lot I can do because I'm already on the other side of the map. So Pudge makes a kill on Razor. And Witch Doctor's like, get out of here, guys! And looks like Queen's just really wrecking them. Manages to kill Witch Doctor even because he tries to hang around to help Venomancer. And then Pudge ends up getting a kill on Doom somehow, so that's really not good. So I'm like, well, let's see if I can make something happen, kill a bunch of people or not. But I'm really low on mana, so I kind of don't really think so. Especially since my health is still pretty low. So I should have hit her, would have done a lot more. But I didn't have time to really click on their mana bars. If somebody had managed to tell me who had the least mana, then that would have helped. But at least I scared Queen of Pain off. And she's probably a bigger threat than Windrunner is anyway. And mostly I just wanted to regain middle. Just chase people back. I didn't necessarily want to kill people. Because I want my allies to stop dying in middle right now. I don't necessarily care about killing opponents. I'm not going to chase them to my death. That's dumb. So one thing that people don't understand about playing the carries is you don't necessarily have to chase people until you die, or until they die, or whatever. You can just chase them until they run away. And then you don't have to chase them anymore. Like when I was up against Morphling, just chase him until he runs away and then go back to free farming. So I've done the same thing here. I chased those 3 away that were really low health, and now I'm going back to free farming. Like if you chase them and then you screw up and die, that's really bad. Like you don't want to risk having that happen to you. So she's still full health. Not able to do as much as he would have liked to her. Hutch sees me, but figures, well, I'm probably not going to get the hook, so let's go over here. But then Queen of Pain is kind of caught out all alone against me. Razor does a lot of damage to pretty much everyone. Just they pretty much all die. It's a really embarrassing fight from their standpoint, I would feel like. Like, Venomaster must have got his ultimate off on all of them, it seemed like. And then Razor, his first skill just hurt them all so much. What's interesting, he still only has 1 level of Flesh Sheep. He needs to level up. Because every bit of magic resistance helps against Razor. That first skill of his just hurts so much. I'm maxed out on my magic resistance. Of course, my magic resistance is a lot better than his, but his also gives him some health. I guess if he stays nearby where kills are happening for his team. And so, anyways, they're like, we haven't had enough of this. Let's keep pushing that tower. We're gonna take it down. And here I am. I bought a Void Stone, so I'm getting really close to Lincoln Sphere. And I've actually purchased it already, and a Scroll Town Portal. I purchased it a while ago, but somebody else was using the courier. Anyway, they probably know I'm over here because I was pushing back the creep wave, or pushing forward, whatever you want to call it. I know they definitely see me with this observer ward. They're like, whoa, you better get out of here. I don't want to fight him one-on-one. And I'm thinking, well, I have my Lincoln Sphere. I'm going to middle. So I didn't really necessarily see her. I just wanted to fight at the middle. So I jump on Queen of Pain, and then she jumps away. And she uses her bottle. So she's toast, pretty much at this point. But she just barely gets away. I'm like, well, if I can't kill her, then I'll kill them. She over the wipe out pretty much her whole team. Only Medusa was still standing. But she wasn't even at the fight. I'm not sure why, but she wasn't, so. All she's got is Ring of Aquila and Phase Boots. Whereas I got Phase Boots and Lincoln Sphere. Poor man, she had 2 branches and a TP scroll. So, why bother putting yourself in a position to be... Look at that, I just blocked her Mystic Snake. So, not only did it not drain my mana and damage me, but also didn't jump to anything else. Lincoln Sphere is such a fun item. And I recommend other anti-mages buy this item. You can go solo middle, take over, it gives you lots of mana regen, plenty of health regeneration. So you can blink and use your ultimate. I mean, it gives you plus intelligence as well, and it gives you damage for the plus agility. And it even gives you bonus health too from the plus strength, so it's just an all-around
Radiant's
solid
middle
item
tower
that
is
helps
under attack.
you do what you need to do with any hero.
Radiant's middle
That
tower has
now I
fallen.
was starting to teleport here, and I was like, well, that's not going to work. And my blink is for procs immediately, but I'm still able to blink out of the way. When you go into a terrible situation, you're still fine because you have that Lincoln Spear takes out that one spell that they tried to disable you with. And at this point, I wasn't sure what was going on, so I just kept running away. My allies were able to clean up. They just chase her down. I jump right in the middle of them,
Radiant's top
and then she
tower
jumps
has
after me, and then her
fallen.
allies back her up. They
That
still
make a
can't
me
kill me. I
missing.
kill her instead. But Phase Boots helps out a lot with that. Chasing them down. And the blink does too, obviously. And now I'm starting to really have a nice big fat level advantage over everyone. I've almost doubled the level of my which is just insane, really. How much total experience is that? I don't even know, but it's a lot. It's way more than double what they have, obviously, because it takes more experience each time you try to level up. So Morphling is not really doing much better than Medusa at this point. But he gets a kill on Venom Masters, that's gonna help him out. Now what is Medusa doing? Why doesn't she get like a Ghost Scepter so she doesn't have to face right clicks from my hero? So try to chase me down and it doesn't work out. No, I guess she's gonna try to buy something in a secret shop. I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm gonna run all the way back to base. Forget it.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's
You go
bottom
shopping at
tower.
your own mall. It's over here.
Di-
Yeah, right. Doom will say, no, Doom, da ha ha ha. Whatever, I guess that's what happens when you lose map control. I think she was just going to try to plant a ward. She should have had an escort. Not that it would have helped, but you never know. It might have made a difference. So after that fight over there, I picked up my Yasha from the courier. Now I've had enough money for the ultimate orb. So I'm clearly on my way to a Manta style at this point. Which is a great idea because it gives you some more magic resistances if Link Sphere wasn't enough in your spell shield. But it also lets your guys burn some mana, your illusions. So, I mean, it's just a really great item. It's solid on this hero. Now this fight doesn't go so well though. First of all, we get somebody disconnected, and I can't really communicate with them and tell them that, hey, I'm only 500 from Manta, please don't fight yet. Or whatever. So and then I end up screwing up in the way I decide to fight. It doesn't work out very good. Let's fast forward past this.
Thank you so much.
So I think Pudge gets a successful hook off of somebody standing behind these trees. Oh, yeah, it's Doom. So Doom's gonna die. I'm like, I don't want him to die, so I'm gonna make sure if Pudge is fighting him, I cancel that. But then they cast a ton of spells on me, and then I get shackled. So that didn't exactly go as planned. So what I should have done is I should have gone after some of the squishier heroes and just let him die. Just let him die.
Dire's
That's
top
what I should have
tower
done.
is under
The fight would have
attack.
gone a lot better. But I was too selfless and tried to help him out. Like, he didn't even get any spells off, it looks like. So me canceling Pudge's ultimate didn't actually seem to help. So now I'm down quite a bit of gold, and it'll take me a little longer to get Manta. But I already got the ultimate orb, so it's not that big of a deal. It's not like it's very long to get to Manta. So that definitely could have been worse. And of course I couldn't reach anybody or even say, oh, sorry about that, I made a mistake or anything like that. Because I was still muted.
My thanks.
So at this point I'm 7-2, we got 6-4. I only got 4 assists, so it's not all that much assists really. And part of that's probably that I'm not able to communicate with my allies so well. And another part of it is, honestly, this isn't one of those heroes where you would get a lot of assists. Because when you go after someone, you kill them, you attack really fast. So try to chase after this guy and get him. It's gonna be pretty hard. End up blinking a bit too far, but it's okay. Then I get a little bit scared because I don't know exactly what's going on, so I blink away. Start to return and I still don't know exactly what's going on. I guess I'll attack these creeps. Pudge is invisible right now, but he's hiding in the base. That's interesting. And she's running around. I don't know what she thinks she's doing. She's gonna try to buy a 4-staff. She's really underleveled. They have this ward here, but they could see me jungle in and they're scared. They're not gonna fight me. I don't even need a ward in their jungle. I'm just walking all over them. And Doom's like, hey, you want to do Roshan because they got Vlads? I'm like, yeah, sure. But I can't actually say anything, so I just blink in there to indicate it that I'm game. So I start taking it for a bit. I'm like, okay, now it's your turn, bud. And this is interesting. He throws a hook and he grabs me. I guess he saves his ultimate. So they're all running away. They didn't even cast any spells on me that fight, it seems like. They didn't proc my spirit. Like, forget it, I'm not wasting my spell on him. So she throws Shadow Strike on him, which gets blocked, then her Shackle goes through. So just imagine how it would be if, like, everyone on your team had Link and Spear. Like, they'd be afraid to cast a spell on anybody on your team. They have to, like, cast twice as many spells just to get anything to happen. Seems like it would really not be fun to be on the opposing team if your entire team had Link and Spears. So they're kind of tower diving at this point instead of helping me take the tower. So there isn't a whole lot I can do at this point, so I just run away. That's usually what happens to other anti-mages. They'll be the ones tower diving and get themselves killed before anyone else dies. And then they can't even take the tower. I made sure I didn't tower dive, and I made sure the tower went down. Generally, it's the beefiest heroes that should be going in. Maybe that's what Doom was trying to do. He was trying to be like probably the only one that needed to die, but the other three went in and died. And I should have helped him take out the tower. So Doom survived, but he didn't really need to. He could have taken the tower and only had one fall. So whatever. To make sure you defend the tower, don't want it falling, always siege units attacking it. Other creeps. I bought up a basher after that push. So now with that basher, I'm pretty much king of the world. I attack pretty darn fast, 78 plus 60 for agility. And then the Mantis style gives another 15 attack speed. So I'm attacking pretty fast. This should be bashing people a lot, and then they get even more mana burned. It's really nasty. Like, if I went Battle Fury, I would have 15 less attacks because I wouldn't have Lincoln Sphere, right? So I would be bashing less. I wouldn't be attacking as fast. But I didn't actually get to use it because the game's pretty much over at this point. I got to use it a little bit, especially towards the end. Because that Pudge, he really didn't give up. Wish he'd actually bought some decent items though. Hood is not good item on Pudge. Blade Mail would have been much better. So she was able to save herself. Where's the rest of her team? So they're all pushing there. And you're able to do quite a bit. And I figure they're doing pretty much fine. If I can draw some of them away by being aggressive, that'll make them do even better. But if they don't, I'll still be able to take the top tower and their axes. We'll just see how it goes. They can't really stop us both, between me and the rest of my team. So in this case, I don't really need to help my team. I just apply pressure on the other side. Pudge kills Venomancer, prompting a buyback from Venomancer.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And at this point I could be buying other items, but there really isn't much point. I haven't even gotten to use my basher yet, so I'm not going to buy more items. And I got 4,700 gold. Which is what tends to happen when you destroy all the buildings in the enemy's base. Just get a lot of gold saved up. Be really hard to lose. You have to be super shocked if Radiant lost this game. That's just some players don't understand. If you help out with the pushing and winning the team fights early on, you get plenty of gold to buy whatever you need. You don't need Battle Fury. Battle Fury is a better item on like strength heroes. So Lincoln Sphere, Bash, Head. But yeah, like a hero like Brewmaster is much better wielder of Battle Fury than Anti-Mage is, in my opinion. So I'm really good. I'm solid Anti-Mage. So look at that. I won the game with 37, 15, and I'm just a monster basically. The only times I died were I don't even remember the first time. Oh yeah, it's because I grabbed a tower and a hero, and didn't put a point into my magic shield when I needed it, so I got run down by rot. And then the other time I died was again when I was too close to Pudge, just trying to help out my ally when I really shouldn't have been helping him out. And other than that, I never really died. So with that Lincoln Sphere, you're kind of immortal. So keep that in mind. It's a lot better than the Battle Fury. I think you guys should try it.